going to talk about this football game, and in a way, when we broke down the Carolina Panthers defensively, just felt like that we talked about the depth that they play off at corner, with the cushion that they play with, a little bit of the lack of the pass rush.
Yeah, they'll give you some stuff.
They'll give you some stuff. In this game, I found it really interesting because I was curious. I was curious of how much they were going to continue to play press coverage against the Cowboys, or were they going to continue to play off coverage against the Cowboys, and see if they were, how that was going to play out. And what happened was when Joe Horn was up on CD, he was playing press coverage against him like 50% of the time. But when CD went to the other side, they didn't play press coverage against him one time.
Only Horn had the confidence to get up in his grill.
Only I guess it was only Horn as the only one. But that, to me, and yesterday Dallas had some success throwing the screens.
Big time.
We saw the screen games come to life.
I said to those young linemen getting out there in space.
You're absolutely right about that.
Bass out there leading the charge.
Absolutely.
Tyler Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Dallas went into this game feeling like that if they were going to continue to play off coverage against them with 7-yard cushion, that their screen game would work. And it really, really did. It was, and I'm probably going to say something here that might make some folks upset, but their screen game is better because of Hoffman and Bass being healthy. They can move. They can move. And you guys were talking about that. It just having the ability to get somebody out in space, and we all love Zach Martin. It's no slam at Zach Martin, but things offensively have kind of improved for this Cowboy, for them offensively, like I say, because Zach Martin's no longer in the lineup. And I know that sounds a little crazy to say, but having a healthy, mobile right guard has made a huge difference for this football team.
Mm-hmm.
And especially like I say, when it came to throwing the screens and stuff like that. And, the example was, Lamb caught a couple of screens that were really, really big play. But I want to kind of I want to focus a little bit on the third down catch. You remember the touchdown drive that Dallas had in the second quarter? Lamb had 2 catches that were huge on third down.
Yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah, the 3rd and 3, and then the 3rd and 4. And the 3rd and 4 catch the 3rd and 3 catch, that came on the Carolina 48-yard line. And this was a great job by Cooper Rush. And this is where I felt like that Rush actually slowed down his count or the cadence to allow this to happen, because by doing it, usually it's like he calls for the ball and they signal, at the guard spot, they signal, and then you get the snap. What Rush did by slowing down by the cadence, it showed where Carolina was going to blitz from. It showed that Carolina, Richardson, the safety, was off in the slot. And by slowing it down, Richardson got trapped in right at the line of scrimmage, and then he had to rush. It wasn't like he got a free run. And by slowing that count down, it allowed Rico Dowdle to slide left to right to pick up. And then they were able to get the ball out. And I don't know what Carolina's thinking by putting Fuller, the safety, on
twice. It's on the touchdown too.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if you're going to do this, that's matchup nightmare.
That's what you got to do. And this is where I've been super, super, super critical of Mike McCarthy is I think Mike Zimmer knows matchups. I think Mike Zimmer understands, like, I could put Micah Parsons over here. I could put Osa Odigizua over here. I think Mike hunts those things. Mike Zimmer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Mike McCarthy always hunts them. But yesterday, I kind of got a little feeling like, okay, they matched some guys up in that game.
Mm-hmm.
So is that more so you think just coincidental? Because you got a lack of talent there with that Carolina roster.
Carolina's got a lot of problems. Now, I personally would not have thrown the ball to Tolbert on third down. You know,
well, hell, he should have made that catch.
Not against Joe Horn.
Not
against Joe Horn.
JC,
I'm not. Yeah. I'm sorry, JC. I'm just
all
talking
good.
about
That's Dad right
well,
there.
they telegraph things. It's like, hey, it's 3rd down. We're just going to run a comeback route. Okay, first and foremost, Horn and everybody in the building knew that was coming. Yeah. And even if he catches it, he's still short of the 1st down. Yeah. It's just hilarious.
But I wouldn't have thrown the ball that direction. I throw it the opposite way. But on a 3rd down catch, like I say, I think that Rush did a good job of measuring the cadence, and it kind of got Richardson caught in a little bit of no man's land there. And so what happens is you get Lamb with space, and he's able to work Fuller. Fuller had no chance on that play. I mean, Lamb turns around and to locate the football, and Fuller never really reacted to it at all. I mean, it was just Lamb made a really, really nice play. The touchdown, again, here they are, matchup. They find a way to kind of get Lamb inside.
They move him around. They go bunch formation.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. For weeks now, we've been asking, hey, try and find ways to get him on players or move him around. Don't just walk him in motion and stop and, try and find ways to give him opportunities. But what they did was on the touchdown, they got Fuller on the matchup again. Tolbert and Ferguson released vertically, and then Lamb is able to work behind them. And that's and here you go.
The alignment allows for
the alignment, the space, the ability to come off the football, and then all of a sudden it's like there's Lamb, and he's the ball's thrown a little short, but he's able to adjust for the play. So there's your touchdown right there. Something that was not good was that red zone fumble by Rush.
Yeah.
Rush just needs to hand the damn ball off. Just give it to him. Even if they're going to try and run a play where I think they're going to try and get Ferguson in the flat, it's still going to be a bang bang play at the sticks. I don't know if they're going to get the 1st down the way that Carolina played it.
So Rush on that play has the choice to give him the ball.
He could give him the ball or pull. And
because he said he's still getting used to that RPO stuff.
From the end zone copy, it's the back, and you can't see where you could see him present the ball, and then he starts to pull the ball, and there's the mesh point is really tight between Rico and Rush.
Yeah, the tip of the ball hits Rico's hip.
Yeah, well, you don't see the other side of that.
The broadcast had a pretty good angle. They had a good replay of it, and Olsen's like, yep, it just tipped the ball, hits him right in the hip.
He's got to hand that ball. He's just got to hand that ball to Rico. Get the 1st down and keep playing right there. All right, Tolbert's touchdown. And I was very critical of the game of Tolbert. I
understand the frustration.
Drop balls, penalties. What are we doing?
I kind of felt like, though, I've been very, very critical of his game. I just don't feel like they've got somebody playing behind. And we'll see with Turpin and things like that. But on the Tolbert touchdown, the flow, they get the defense because of the play action. They get the defense to flow left. And that gets their defense really off balance. Tolbert did a really good job of running that route across the field, and he's running like a deep crossing route. And you see him; he's kind of in that mode of like, if I run this thing, if I just keep going across, there's no way he's going to get me the football. So he went, as he's going across, he goes a little deeper in the route. He adjusts the route off the defender, and that gives him the space into the corner of the end zone. So if he just keeps running, I don't think Rush gets him the ball.
Okay.
I think it's by the adjustment that he made to go upfield into the corner that Rush is able to get him that pass. It buys him a little bit more space, and Rush is able to make the throw. All right, Turpin in the backfield. We saw this a couple of different times in the game, and this is
running tough.
This is some creative. This is creative stuff.
The right side of that line was really moving people.
They blocked it. They blocked the same formation, bringing Turpin from the left to the backfield. They had Hunter Lipke offset, which means he was to the right and close to the line of scrimmage. So they brought Turpin from the left to the right, and he's standing like in the I. Mm-hmm. So they got an offset I formation. Okay, the first time they ran the play, they pulled they pulled their TJ Bass. They got a really good down block from Steele. They got a really good down block from Ferguson, but they pulled Bass out in space, and he was able to clean up on the outside. So you get Lipke, Bass, and now the ball coming behind them downhill with Steele and Ferguson on the seal blocks. The next time they ran the same formation. They put Hunter Lipke as an offset I. They brought Tolbert over. He's playing as the I back. This time they just zone blocked it. So everybody took a hard step to the right. They got Ferguson got another good block on the edge. Steele got his block. And then also, instead of pulling this time, TJ Bass just stayed. He combo blocked with Steele, and they just walled that thing completely off. And it got the ball to the edge. So here they are, same play, same way of running it, different way of blocking it, though. But both ways were very, very effective. So good job by the Cowboys with, okay, let's put him in the backfield and let's make Carolina. Carolina didn't defend it at all.
No.
Neither time did they defend it.
Well, I mean, they are on pace to be like a historically
nobody gives up more. The Brooks touchdown. And by the way, we have 5:30 today. I'm going to work on the defensive side of the ball here. So
all right.
Beautiful.
I know we're gonna have to get a break here. But finally, before I get out of here, the Brooks touchdown. This is a big time motion by Turpin, going right to left. And so what happens is this motion is going to come around. It's going to go almost like you almost thought it was going to be the orbit where they go across and then circle back and come back to where they came. Except no, they went big around all the way right to left. And I think the play was designed for, Rush is going to fake the screen left to Turpin, and they're going to try and act like Cooks is blocking, and then he's going to go up the field. They're thinking the defenders are going to run up. Instead, the defenders all stayed where they were. So Rush had to fake this. He fakes the screen, but he couldn't get the ball to Cooks. What they're running, though, is, again, another deep over by Brooks. He's going vertically, then coming all the way across. And so now it's like, okay, Rush is in a little bit of trouble because he's faked the screen. It's not there. They can't get the ball to Cooks. It's not there. So Brooks keeps running, good on his part, to keep going across the field. And then the ball, and then what happens is that Rush is able to move to his right, slide to his right a little bit, gets a really, really, really good block from Steele over there. Like Steele's able to kind of pin the edge down inside, and that allows Cooper Rush to get to the outside a little bit, and that's where he's able to find Brooks. Brooks is running all the way across the back of the end zone, and with the play, it was honestly, I want to say it was probably his third read, but he's able to get the ball back to Brooks there in the corner of the end zone.
It's amazing what good protection can allow for.
Yeah. But Steele was the big factor in that one of getting that ball to the edge for you.